Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into a very special presentation of the Dungeon of the Doctor's Doom Fantasy Football Podcast, where I am your host, Alex the Shark Sparks, and joining me are my cohorts. Give it up for Mitch the Snitch Black, because it rhymes, why not? And Vinny the Gooch Santucci. Say hello to all the ladies out there, fellas.
Hello.
Vinny the Gooch does not rhyme, by the way. I mean,
The Gooch Santucci it does if I don't add the E.
the Gooch Santucci. Nice.
Yeah, or okay, the Gucci Santucci, fine, you can be Gucci either way. But yeah, what's up, everyone?
I was just over here too busy trying to figure out what we're doing with the fourth overall pick.
Yeah, as you guys can see if you're watching now, there's a timer going on. This is going to be the official draft league of the DoD podcast itself. So this isn't the DoD league. That draft has already happened. We're all individual managers. We are all three going to co-manage this team, as we will argue about what picks to take. This is a Yahoo Money League half-point PPR. So different than what we normally play. It also includes a flex. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy. As you can see, we have the fourth pick. We got our first four queued up. After a whole, 45 seconds worth of discussion, we came to these four in this order. We'll be taking one of them, and then we'll see what falls to us. As it stands, looks like 9 of the 10 people showed up to draft, and one's going to be auto-drafting, which I can't imagine why you'd pay $50 to auto-draft, but go Ducks, I suppose.
Go Ducks.
I mean, it's their name, right?
Yeah.
So Mitch,
Unless they're just one of those psychos that just went and did their entire queue in expert ranks all the way down to the 13th, 14th round, which I have seen before. I don't imagine how anybody has that much time on their hands.
even if you do that, though, it still does wild things like, oh, you don't have a kicker yet, let me draft you a kicker.
Yeah.
By the way, Mitch... go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I'm more excited about our second and third round pick to see who's there than figuring out who's going to be there for the first round pick.
Oh, for sure. So, Mitch, you've actually done some of these money leagues before on Yahoo. Anything in your experience we should be on the lookout for or be mindful of?
Try and get the home run players in a 10-man league. A lot of times you're gonna feel like you drafted well and did well, but it's 10-man and you forget that a lot of teams are gonna be loaded. So do not be afraid to swing for, a strikeout or a home run type pitch with some of these players.
So you're saying we should go CMC first overall?
In this league, in these type of things, that's a big one. I think I'd still go the 4 we have queued before. If we had the 5th pick, I think we'd have a big discussion.
Fair enough.
For sure.
I know how Vinny would feel about that.
Just for fun, we only have 17 seconds, but if we did have the 5th pick, would we decide Lamb or McCaffrey or someone else?
I would push for McCaffrey. I imagine Vinny would push for Lamb because he has CMC in the DoD league, and you'd probably be the tiebreaker.
Yeah. And
I think we'd be going McCaffrey then.
The sad, unfortunate thing, too, is I realized after our DoD league that in my other redraft league that I'm in, I'm only in 2. I also have the Christian McCaffrey, Chase Brown stack.
What do you want me to do?
I would...
Draft results, it'll be easier sometimes. Just a tab in the middle of the screen. And then you just go back to players. Okay, so Chase.
Oh, yeah, but I want to see what we're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're taking Saquon then over Gibbs, yeah?
I think we have to take Saquon, right?
Yeah, I'd be pretty upset if we didn't take Saquon, I'll be honest.
It's funny because I was really excited to draft Gibbs because I hadn't gotten to draft Gibbs yet. But yeah, if they're gonna, someone decided that argument like you said, someone decided to go CMC over Saquon there. So yeah. Also, the Bijan Robinson hype, I still think is unreal. I remember I was the one who was very anti Bijan Robinson 2 years ago, and I was very correct on that by the way. Last year, obviously he did better, but I just think it's crazy how high people have him rated. It's last year mattered.
Josh Allen. This is what I'm telling you. You're gonna go for the big time players in these type of money leagues. Because you can probably find think about how deep the waivers are.
He was RB5 last year and everyone's taking him first back off the board. It's all right.
For sure. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I had Bijan ranked number 1 overall last year and 3rd, I think, this year. Yeah, 3rd behind Henry and Barkley, so it's pretty impressive to be up there consistently.
I'm not saying I didn't have him rated highly this year. I'm not saying he's going to be bad this year. I'm just saying, go Ducks auto-drafted Josh Allen, boys. So
that's what I was saying, Alex. You're going to go for, there's the waivers are going to be deep in 10-man leagues, so you just want the big-time players.
No, that's the auto-drafter. That's not a pick he made on his own. That's auto-draft.
Oh, he was auto. You're right.
Yeah.
But no, Josh Allen wasn't ranked that high, though, so he must have said it.
Agreed. I think if you go to QBs, he was 3rd or 4th.
Fair enough. But yeah, that's still wild. I don't care what anyone says. All right, so when it gets back to us,
Jefferson going to have Lamb. Sorry,
do we have a preference of wide receiver or running back on our next pick? I know some people like to start with 1 and see what falls to you, or do you just want to go best available? What are you guys feeling? I know we said
I would probably hammer double wide receiver, unless I'm also not sure in these Yahoo leagues I mean, I would imagine a Jaden Daniels or Lamar Jackson would be super valuable considering 6-point rushing touchdowns. Or even Jalen Hurts, I'm not sure.
So my
This is
my
only 4-point passing TD though, right? Like
yeah. So I would probably
quarterbacks
go
are worth a lot
Taylor-
less in a Yahoo league.
I would probably go. This is me personally. I'd probably go Taylor and then one of the Jaden Lamar, one of those, and then if you wanted to, or we could just do running back, wide receiver.
Yeah, see,
'Cause-
I'm hard on grabbing skill players personally, like especially with quarterbacks are significantly undervalued in a 10-team league, and there's only 4 points for a passing touchdown. So like, if a guy throws 30 passing TDs, that's 60 less fantasy points than he would have scored in our league.
Yeah, but
Well, then I
in
would
the-
argue that makes Jalen Hurts even more valuable with 15 rushing touchdowns a year, no?
yeah,
it
you
may
want one
make
of
him
those
more
guys.
valuable versus the position, but not versus overall necessarily. I don't know if
Well, I don't think we can pass on some of these running backs. Is all I'm trying to say.
yeah, I
'Cause we can get
I
one
think
of
the
those-
skill
we can
position
get
players
one
are
of those-
so good.
In the round 3, I don't mind taking Daniels, Lamar, Hurts, whichever one's available for sure in round 3. But look at the running backs right now.
I mean, you're
But
talking
Derrick
about
Henry just-
the 276 versus like you're talking about a 60-point difference between
Oh, Taylor
QB.
just went.
What happened? What actually happened last year in 2024, not versus predictions?
Oh, sorry, I meant to do 2024. Hold on, we're about to be up. I'll come back to this. Whoops, let's go to what was that flex, and you guys wanted to sort it by ADP.
Yeah,
I mean,
Taylor
I would be
and
okay
Henry
with.
just went.
I'd be okay with any of these 3 wide receivers that are here, right here too.
Mitch, what's your thoughts?
Unless, I mean, actually, you know what? If Achan is there, I know he's injury bug. I think that would be pretty hefty.
I would
steal.
rather have Chase Brown over Achan.
I was gonna
But
say, would you guys consider Chase Brown? That's what I
Oh,
was
does
gonna
Puka
say.
our neighbors right
Or would
now?
you rather take? I kind of feel like we really take one of these wide receivers. And
I agree. I
then
agree.
running back on the way back.
Take one of the 2 wide receivers that got failed to us. We could either go. If you want to do neighbors, do neighbors. If you want to do Monroe, either one. I don't care.
Well, look, we're a 3-headed monster for this draft, all right? So what do you guys think? We got 30 seconds. Which one do you guys like better? Quick, 30 seconds. Just a
Puka's my favorite out of this.
So you like
Is
Puka.
Stafford healthy?
We don't know yet.
Yes.
20 seconds. I need a vote.
Go neighbors. I don't care. I told you not to, but you can do neighbors.
Yeah, but what do you actually think? The point isn't just like,
Hey,
hey,
Amon Ra.
just-
Go Amon Ra. All right, go Amon Ra.
Okay.
Dude, just do it.
Amon
Just do
Ra's
it.
the safest. He's the safest of the bunch. PPR.
All right.
We
That's true. It is
We already
PPR,
have
and
the-
Amon Ra's going to catch 1,000,000 passes. There goes my boy Josh Jacobs.
But here's the thing. Now we have 5 picks, and I like so many people on this board right now. I would be happy with Neighbors, Puka, Achan, Irving, Chase Brown. So
Kyron Williams is still up there too, by the way, guys.
I'm really big on Chase Brown, especially in more so in PPR, but even half-point PPR. I'm pretty high on Chase
Okay.
Brown this year, personally.
I don't mind doing Chase Brown, but the only reason I was avoiding him is I just did my big money league this morning, and my first 2 picks were Barkley, Chase Browns. Just throwing that out there.
Well, just keep in
Which
mind, we're doing this
would-
for the podcast to show our fantasy knowledge, so we need to draft this based on what we would do if we wanted to win, not to have... I understand the logic of like, hey, let's take players we don't have in other leagues to hedge our happiness. This league shouldn't be about hedging our happiness. This league should be about, let's show that we're actually fantasy experts and win the league. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like, if you were playing to win, which we are, plus there's money on the line...
Then you have to go Chase or Kyron with the next pick, probably.
yeah, I know you guys are Puka haters. The dude is like absolutely just set points per game.
No, I'm not a
Monster
Puka hater
numbers, so-
at all.
I'm not a big
I'm a
guy.
Stafford warrior.
If this were full point PPR, I'd be much more inclined to take Puka. But look at this half point PPR. This is based on last year's stats, obviously. But like, look how many running backs outscored the next highest wide receiver. I understand that Puka didn't play a full year, so it's like you can't really compare. But like,
My God, then we should have gone Achan. Look at this. Even in a bad year, he was that high. That's wild. I
but
think
that's
it's.
but yeah, that's my whole argument. It's like I understand that like Puka is up here, and like yes, there's potential, but even if you look at last year, so many more points go to running backs, like when it's only half point PPR as opposed to full point PPR.
So, okay,
Speaking of,
I have to assume that the next three picks are going to be Puka, Achane, and I forgot who else was up there. Bucky Irving. So what do we do after that?
well, it sounds like
Well, we'll see this. We'll see what we
yeah.
need to.
But I mean, we can brainstorm now. I mean, Kyron
Well,
versus AJ Brown
Chase just
versus.
Yeah,
Chase
Chase
just
Chase
went.
just went, unfortunately. But yeah, I think if Irving or Williams are there, we need to take one of those guys. I think we needed a star running back. Well, there goes
Oh,
Williams.
Kyron just went. I think if Puka goes, we could seriously consider someone like Lamar.
Or I mean, if look,
I mean, yeah, but
if you guys want to roll the dice on the A chain plan,
We could. We just
I
want
don't hate
Puka or
that.
HN right here, I think.
so basically
And
we're
if
on
they're
whichever of
gone,
these three fall to us. Then is kind of what we're saying.
I would probably put Lamar ahead of Bucky,
Well,
but I don't know
there
how you
goes
guys
Puka, so we
feel.
don't have to make that choice. I don't think quarterback is the way to go. I really don't. I mean, I get what you guys are saying, but if you
Then
both
I
outvote
really
me, then
hope
we'll go
HN
that route.
falls.
But
No, then
I
I hope HN falls. This
all right.
dude.
So,
Oh,
so do we
oh my
want
God,
AJ
HN or do we want
Brown?
let's do
Irving?
it. HN.
what?
No,
That's
HN.
just HN in the third is so hard to pass up.
Alex, I know you're a big Irving homer and you
I'm a
want him,
huge
but
yeah. So just
the
I want it on record for the pod. I'm gonna take HN because I'm outvoted. I want it on
Wait,
record
you
for
want
the pod.
Irving? Oh,
That,
this
that
is tough. Hold on.
well, yeah, of course I
It's
want
just
Irving.
HN's upside, I think,
yeah.
is killer.
Nah.
It's so
Okay,
much
Alex.
higher.
I'll let you be mad at me. I'm wrong on this one. I
I
have
mean,
to
I just
go
want to point out you
HN.
guys are impressed by HN's score last year. He only beat Bucky Irving by 40 points, and Bucky Irving wasn't the starter the whole season. Just saying. But all right,
And you even went on record and said that HN with like the unhealthy Tua was garbage, but with healthy Tua. So I think we have to draft HN.
I'm going to. I feel the need to point out we're recording this for content, guys. You understand that, right? Like this isn't just us three drafting. I'm
Yeah,
going to
no,
post
I
this
get
to
it.
YouTube, so there needs to be some fantasy analysis and not just me making fun of Go Ducks for auto drafting. Okay.
Okay, so here's my defense of that is we just talked about in 10 man leagues you have to go for the home run shot. I would have gone to bat for HN in the second round because I think he has top 5 running back potential. There's nobody at this spot that has top 5 running back potential right
See,
now.
I
And you
just
can
think
say Irving
you're
does,
hating
but
on Bucky
HN
Irving. That's what it is. I think you're. I just think I'm so much higher on Bucky Irving than you guys. I mean, I get it. I
One
get
of
that I'm maybe
one
on
of
an
those
island
two
there, but
falling. One of those two falling does make me feel better about the St. Brown one because if we didn't get one of like the HN or Chase, I would have rather gone back and doubled up on the running backs. But at the same time, because of what you even showed earlier, we between Chase and Barkley, we could have had two top potential. Did you say the difference in point was 80-point differential running backs? So I like it now with St. Brown and HN for sure. We have a really good start.
well, and I do want to say I will say one positive thing about the pick is well, I mean, there's multiple, but like my concern with HN is the big risk there. Our team so far, I feel like, has made two very, very safe picks. Our first and second round picks are very safe. So it's okay, I think, to take a risky pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, look, injuries can happen to anyone. I get that. But, like, we expect that Barkley plays the full season. And if he does, he'll be a top 5 fantasy running back. We expect Amon-Ra to play a full season. If he does, he'll be a top 5 fantasy wide receiver. Devin Achane, if he plays all season with Tua, he could be top 5. There's also a world where he's bottom 5 of actual starters, right? But like we'll see based on injury concerns. But I'm okay taking a risky pick when I've already got two relatively safe picks ahead of him.
Wait, dude, somebody just took Brandon Aubrey after Bucky Irving.
Please, somebody just go Ducks. It was, yeah, dude. This guy's auto drafting. Like
Yeah, but
this guy.
he's not. He's got it. No, but Brandon Aubrey wasn't at the top, Alex. He's got his own settings for sure.
I know, but I'm saying that this
He
guy.
has so many non-position players starters yet. And he went
This guy
Aubrey.
straight up like queued up some guys for later to remind
Yeah.
himself who the top players were, and then like didn't show up. So like now it's auto drafting those guys.
Can we click on his team? Can we
I'll tell
see
you.
what
I'll
his
tell you
team
one
is?
thing. If we lose to Go Ducks, well, let's just go to hold on. The grid is the best way to do it. The draft board. So where's he at? Josh Allen, Brock Bowers, Brendan. I mean, you can defend the Brock Bowers pick. You know, you can defend that pick.
You could actually argue that right now he's the only person that has 3 players number 1 at their position. Josh Allen, QB1, Brock Bowers, tight end 1, Brandon Aubrey, kicker 1.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you're kind of wrong.
Alex, if you had to guess the number one team that targeted their running backs, that threw to their running backs the most, who would you guess?
the Jets.
All right, boys. We got.
I just had it and it closed out on me. Jets are like eighth or something like that, but guess again.
Pretty sure it was. I mean, well, the running back that had the most targets was Brees Hall. So I guess I don't know what the team answer is, but the answer of which player it was is Brees Hall.
I gotcha. I think it's like Broncos, Lions, Cowboys, and then the Dolphins. I think is what I'm trying to find it. I went
Or
just had
Okay, wait.
sorry,
We got
I take it
five
back. I take it back. It
picks.
was
We
Alvin
got
Kamara
five.
always. Never mind. Alvin Kamara, Devin Achane, then Brees Hall. Brees Hall was third.
Okay, sorry. HN was second.
We have,
Then. Sorry, apologies. Yeah. So we got the
We have
second
five
most
picks
targeted
until our
running back.
turn.
But yeah,
Do we have an idea of what we
Javante
wanna do
Williams
here?
was fifth. So yeah, that tells you
Oh no. Well, the Broncos
because
target
he was a
their
Bronco
running
at the
back a lot.
time. Yeah, you're talking about the Broncos.
Okay, wait. Three picks. I think it has to be wide receiver, right?
Yeah, or well,
Unless
you guys
Lamar's
bitched at me
there.
about we have to get a quarterback. Well,
I
look, they're
think
all
we
still
should.
fucking here, by the way, because it's
Oh,
a
No, one just
oh,
went.
no.
Oh, you just. No,
Oh,
just
no.
went, Alexi.
One just
Get it
went.
off the. Get it off the screen.
Boo-hoo.
That we cursed it.
I mean,
I honestly
Well, then I
think
would.
T Higgins.
Denver's
say
D.
Higgins
There's just
or-
no way this is going. What's going on?
Wait. It's our turn next. Wait, do we go Jaden or do we go Higgins?
Like, go QB, real quick.
QB is Daniels or Hurts or Burrow.
I think we have to go Higgins right here and just hope.
I would
that
go
Daniels
Higgins
or
and hope
Hurts
one of those
makes it
quarterbacks falls back to us. Personally, that's my thought as well.
I agree with that plan.
Mitch,
Do it.
Unless we're because I
I'm
think
downvoted.
after Higgins and JSN, I don't really care for this cohort of wide receivers, to be honest.
I think in the home run money leagues, Hill is kind of more of a winner than Higgins. I'm not sure, but at the same time, I would go Daniels to make sure I
Well-
got him. But I'm being outvoted anyways. Let's go Higgins.
well, I wouldn't want to go Hill when we already have A Chain because then we're putting all of our eggs in the
Oh, for
suicide
sure. No,
volleyball
you're
basket.
right. Actually, that's a great point. I apologize.
So yeah,
I take it
So
back.
I'm good with Higgins or JSN,
there's-
and
look,
if you
there-
guys like Higgins
I mean,
better.
I'm happy with any of these three quarterbacks,
Sure.
and like there's
All right.
only three picks. You know what I mean? You
I agree.
Alright.
Do the wide receiver. Do the wide receiver.
we
I
just
know
got-
10-team
we-
leagues or
Dude, I have a lot.
there
of
goes
Higgins.
Jaden.
I have a lot of Higgins this year. It's weird. I'm nervous.
I mean, yeah, he's pretty injury prone.
Okay,
But I'm
well,
always in that wide receiver range. Go back to the wide receivers real quick.
hold on. If these
Oh, okay.
quarterbacks don't follow us, is there what else we want to look at? You know, if the quarterbacks.
Well, I
don't
would
follow-
rather do Burrow
I'm
because
a-
we have Barkley. Right?
Well, we. What do you mean?
Oh,
Well,
I see what you're saying.
Burrow gives the stack with Higgins. You mean?
Yeah, and we have
No,
Barkley.
he's saying
so
we have Barkley, so then I mean we could just
don't know if I
monopolize
want-
any rushing touchdown by the
by the
Eagles,
Eagles.
which is not a bad.
That's
Well,
not a bad
is
strategy.
not a
Hurts
bad
is
thing to
gone,
do.
so now we have to
We
hope
went-
this guy doesn't take Burrow. Is what we're hoping.
The QB went right there, I guess, apparently.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh yeah, we're fine.
I'm a big fan of JSN this year just because I think he's gonna get fed targets.
You don't think our boy
You know-
Cooper Cup's gonna eat into that?
Or the offensive
No.
scheme.
No, I really don't. Personally, I just don't. I think we saw who Cooper Cup was at the end of last year, and I know they gave him a big paycheck, but it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be good.
I think Joe Mixon's the play here.
I vehemently disagree with you guys.
I was kidding.
So yeah,
But no,
last year Joe Burrow and Baker Mayfield both beat these other running quarterbacks by a large margin. So just saying.
if Burrow is there, I would take Burrow.
Yeah, no,
and then
I agree.
From there,
I mean,
Is there a- is
unless
there a
one of these
running back
guys
that you
does
would
like my
rather
league
have?
earlier. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you, Mitch. I told. Oh, maybe I did, but I was in a league earlier where a guy took Lamar Jackson in the first round in a 3 wide receiver and a flex PPR league, and he took 2 other backup quarterbacks before I drafted my first one. I could not. There's no way I could have seen that coming. But I still end up
That's a
with
draft.
yeah.
Those type of people ruin it for
It was and it was $300
So
entries
if-
by the way. It was a work league, but we had to pay $300 to get in, so it wasn't cheap.
no, that's not
if
cheap.
Burrow
at all.
is gone, what do we want to do?
Well, I mean, everyone already has a quarterback, so that'd be pretty wild, right? Yeah. Where are we drafting? Oh no, end zone David doesn't. So this guy could take Burrow. Yeah. So if he takes Burrow, then if he takes Burrow, I think we wait. I mean, I like guys like Baker, but I know you guys don't. So we
No,
can
no,
wait.
I know. I think we wait.
Yeah.
No,
Quarterback
yeah, we
can't
definitely
be
wait
the
for like
play.
Kyler or something if he takes
Oh,
some.
then we take Burrow.
Yeah. I mean, unless one of these two guys backs up QB, I think we're all on Burrow. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think there's a really big skill set fall off right here. I don't I can look at any of these wide receivers and justify them equally for the next about 13
I
picks.
mean, we're getting a top tier quarterback whose team did not change between last year and this year. He's on the exact same team. He has the exact same skill players,
Najigba went
and,
anyways.
and we have the stack.
Yeah.
So
Listen, God, it's so hard to look at this and not be like so excited and knowing that it's a 10-team league. That is a dirty, dirty roster.
I mean, I think right now, like if A-Chain works out, this roster is amazing. Even if it's only a 10-team league, like I don't know, we have a top 3 fantasy quarterback from last year, a top 3 fantasy wide receiver from last year, the number 1 overall running back from last year, and then 2 guys who were top 10 when they play. I mean, these are the injury-prone guys, Higgins and A-Chain, but we also have the stack with Bro and Higgins, which is huge. What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorted by last year or something right now? Okay, I was like, why is Jonnu Smith at the top of this list? What is happening?
Wait,
I was like, did I miss a run on tight ends? Let's go to the board while we're waiting. Nice, Denver D, our boy Go Ducks, really driving it home.
Let's see what he does here.
Hold
What
on,
does he do
he
here?
might pick up a skill position player, or does he go backup quarterback here? Honestly, I'd love for this guy to take nothing but quarterbacks, just screw over the rest of the league. Backup tight end, sure, Mark Andrews.
backup. Well, it could be
Classic.
his flex. It could
Honestly,
be his flex.
we may have to take a tight end early at some point if
He keeps stacking them.
keeps taking tight ends.
He
Okay.
might start Brock Bowers and Andrews because your flex could be a tight end. So
I'm going to double down on Go Ducks. He has the 4 top players at the position right now. Josh Allen, Brock Bowers.
So
Aubrey,
really,
Denver
you were
T.
on board with this roster until the Mark Andrews pick. That's where he got away from you.
Yeah, that's where it fell off. That's where it fell off. Wow, Patrick Mahomes going in the 5th round. Interesting.
I'm telling you, all these people that keep drafting Patrick Mahomes early in these drafts are hilarious to me. 2 years in a row,
And
guys have
just
barely
as-
been a top 12 fantasy quarterback.
A little evaluation on the picks. Like, I know Daniels or Hurts is going to be great, but now that I'm looking at the way the draft board is set up, I would much rather have Higgins and Burrow than Daniels, Hurts, or anybody that's been drafted after us in this 5th round.
Yeah, like
Paul
the fact that we got to
Henderson,
wait,
Devontae Adams.
we got to wait to the 5th round and get the guy who was QB3 last year. Even in this league, which is 4-point passing TD, so passing TDs are worth less, he was still QB3.
Oh, there's Mitch's boy. Gone.
yeah, that's my guy. Unfortunate. He went way above his 80. Look, he was not even close on the flex list. He was like way down the list. And
Dude, this is
someone-
every
someone
draft
wanted him.
I've been in, all draft season. Tyreek Hill just plummets. Dude's just he's washed. I'm telling you, he's washed.
I don't even.
So what do
like
we
I
do
said,
here? In,
I don't want
what
to
do
get
we
too
do
much
here in 6 picks?
Tyreek Hill, but I think it's the offense changed. But for sure, yeah, Tyreek Hill's. We could go. I mean,
I would be inclined to pick up a running back just because of the A-Chain question marks. But if there's a wide
So,
receiver,
then, like,
a Tony
keep in mind
Pollard,
we still need a
David
flex starter,
Montgomery?
right? So I guess yeah. So running back or wide receiver, whatever we feel most comfortable with. I've got it sorted by ADP right now based on your guys' request.
What are the running backs that are still available?
Well,
Besides,
this is like
Montgomery and
flex, so it
Pollard.
shows both, right? Like
yeah, but there's only 2 on this entire list.
yeah, Pacheco's the next one. I think.
well, also I mean like I don't know. I like seeing what they actually did or what they're expected to do personally.
Well, then Pacheco leaves there, and he's gonna be gone by that pick. Like, watch go back to ADP.
Well, yeah, and then that's why you look at both. Yeah, like Pacheco's down here.
Wow, yeah. Swift.
So yeah,
Swift and Pollard. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So, do we reach on Pacheco? I think I don't quite understand Pacheco being so undervalued this year.
it's because he looked poor at the end of last season when he came back from injury. But like people are like, they don't give him enough credit for the fact that he. I really hope Go Ducks drafts Joe Mixon. I know he's not going to, but I would love that. We do need to flex though. Like before we just like snap off this pick of a running back. Is there any wide receiver that we want more? I mean, I do like the idea of getting running back personally, but like if there's a wide receiver, we're like, I mean, like for example, I'm pretty high in Cortland Sutton. I know you guys might not be, but like Is there
I was
anyone
gonna say
here?
Tyreek Hill in the 6th round would have been crazy.
Go Ducks finally took a skill player and it's Tyreek Hill.
Dang, I kind of like Go Ducks' team now.
I don't know. That Mark Andrews pick is suspect. All right, boys, we got literally one pick before us. So, is there a wide receiver we're interested in, or are we good going with running back here, picking up a Pacheco or an
I
Aaron
think
Jones?
the running backs are pretty slim right now.
Yeah,
So
I
if
think
we
they
do
are
want
too.
anything in the backup, I think we kind of have to hit it.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me see the wide
So
receivers available.
there's a lot better wide receivers.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would argue Cortland Sutton, and well, I mean, I'm big on Tedero, but I know you guys aren't. So, um, but yeah,
I would probably take the running back and then just hope any of these fall to us,
I'm tempted to
truthfully.
take a running back and hope one of those wide receivers falls, just because if something happens to A Chain, like we are screwed because there's
You
no.
know, I'll have Pacheco in every league this year except for DOD, so I'm
Which
down
mean
for Pacheco.
which means you're pretty high on him, right? If you've got him in
Yeah,
every league
very
except for
high.
one.
Yeah. Well, Austin took him like in round 4 or whatever. I
Right.
was targeting him right in round 5
The,
for
the,
sure.
the point I'm making, if there's someone else you're wanting to make an argument for, now is the time if before we snap this off.
No, there's plenty of wide receivers left.
Okay,
Yeah, Pacheco has to be it. I'd take him over Aaron Jones, to be honest.
then we're probably looking wide receiver on the way back. Then
I would do,
Yeah,
yeah, either Sutton or Ridley
there goes my boy
probably.
Tedera. I know Mitch doesn't like him, but I'm big on him this year.
No, it's not that I don't like him. I just your team that you asked about had Hubbard and Tedera, and I just wouldn't want to have two Panther players on my fantasy team. That's all I really meant. And Leggett could still be the guy. I don't know. I just don't know if they're Bryce Young could step up for sure. I'm definitely a fan of Bryce Young this year, but like I just don't know. Be realistic. Like how much are they going to step forward? I don't think there's enough to go around. That was my only
I'm a big
concern.
fan right now of either Pickens, Sutton, or Ridley would probably be my three that I would be hoping falls to me.
I would do Sutton or Metcalf.
I'm
It's
big
not
I'm
even
big on Sutton.
close.
Yeah, I just think Sutton is a guy who, look, he's the wide receiver one on a team who had a rookie quarterback last year, who's expected to be better this year, and last year with his rookie quarterback, he put up a ton of points, right? Like, I get that there's experts and projections, but it's like, okay, last year this guy put up 199 fantasy points. That would have made him wide receiver. What is this? I'm not going to count it all, but maybe 12. So he's a wide receiver one from last year, and he's not being drafted like that just because, like, oh well, he's only done it the 1 year. He didn't do it the years before that. Yeah, because years before that he had ass at quarterback. He had a real quarterback for the first time in his career, and this is what he did.
Yeah, I just looked. I have
Yeah,
Pacheco on all 4 of my teams except for my fifth team, DOD or whatever, which is actually the first team, but you know what I mean.
All these every league I've been in, DJ Moore goes so high, and I just don't get it. I mean, I get that
it's a terrible
I
pick.
get that no one can be more out on the Chicago Bears than me because of my thoughts on Caleb Williams, but there's got to be like some reservations for these people who are like, yeah, man, I'm so stoked to pick up DJ Moore as my wide receiver too, and it's like, but why? There's so many better players on the board.
The only reservation I have about DJ Moore, and it's not to say that he can't be good, it's that you are banking on him being the one out of that offense that succeeds when they have Swift, Loveland, Komet, Adunze, Luther Burden, DJ Moore, all trying to get fed by Caleb Williams. So you have to invest the most draft capital in DJ Moore, and it just doesn't make sense. Like, invest the draft capital in Loveland late or Adunze late, because then you're buying into that offense without the draft capital.
I
Oh,
don't even know
oh
why people are
no.
sleeping on Komet.
Okay, guys,
There went Sutton.
so we got to figure out what we're gonna do then because that was the guy we wanted.
Metcalf
So Mitch, you said Metcalf.
or Waddle. I'd go Metcalf. Or sorry, Metcalf or Ridley or Waddle, but
I mean, I don't even know where Waddle is in this list. Oh,
he's right above Metcalf.
He's right there.
there's also Jameson Williams.
Oh,
I'm tempted to not. What are we awing
Or
about?
Jameson Williams. I'll take either of those
Well,
three.
I
You
was gonna
guys can
say like
decide.
I don't want to have Jameson Williams on the same team with Amon-Ra St. Brown, right?
Oh, no, we don't.
For the same
We want
reason,
Metcalf
the
or
same
Ridley.
reason I wouldn't want Waddle on the same team as HN, because again, we're putting all of our eggs on the Tagovailoa basket.
you know what? I won't touch Metcalf with a 10-foot pole, but I will in this league. It's not even like a bad analysis. It's like if there's a time to go all in on hoping that Rodgers has anything left, Is it not in the 7th round of a PPR league?
All right, Mitch, sell me on your boy Metcalf. Let me hear it.
Oh, I don't know if I really can. Waddle might be better than Metcalf. You guys got to make the decision here. Go back to the wide receivers.
Well, yeah, I was
Uh,
just trying to see if there's
no,
anything
you're
else
good.
you
You're
would
good. You're
consider.
good. I think we should actually do Tennessee's got an underrated
I
defense. I
think
know the Steelers, Calvin
I have
Ridley.
Ridley higher than both of those guys, but
Yeah, I think we
I
have
would
to do
take Metcalf.
Ridley.
All right, so you guys are
If
both
you guys,
audibling. You guys are both audibling the Ridley then.
I would no, I would take Metcalf as well, but I would take Ridley first, then Metcalf, and then Waddle. So if you
Well,
want
we
Ridley, then
have
it's just
15
Ridley.
seconds to pick, guys. I need to know
Ridley.
who you
Ridley.
genuinely think will be the best this season, Ridley or Metcalf.
Ridley.
Ridley.
Okay, then we're taking Ridley. I
Yes.
get that.
I
Again, I'm gonna
I
have to
don't
make the
think
same
any.
argument to you guys. I understand that you guys like hedging your bets and not putting all your fantasy
I
eggs in one
don't.
basket and having
No,
different
that's not
players.
true at
I
all.
understand
Yeah.
that.
no,
But for the sake of the podcast in this league, I want us to draft who we consider to be the best available player or the best player for this team. Like, I get it. I almost so like in my work league earlier, I almost took DK Metcalf and then got Aaron Rodgers as my backup QB just for the meme of the screenshot to send you guys to show that you had the stack, right? But I decided, hey, I'd rather have a better fantasy team, so I didn't draft either of those players.
So here's the thing. No, I genuinely think Ridley is going to be better, and it's not necessarily hedging the bets. I'm just also looking at our team, and there's a lot of safe players, but also high upside players. And I think Ridley is the safer play, and
Again,
Metcalf is the high upside play. Because if Rodgers has anything left, Metcalf in the 7th is a steal. Like I said, it's all about draft value to me. I don't hate Metcalf, but I'm not taking him in the 5th round or the 4th round. I'm
Right,
taking
but
him in the
I was,
7th
but
and
I,
8th.
Alex,
I understand that.
don't-
But
I don't-
we were on the clock with 15 seconds left, and I asked you who you guys were wanting, and you guys were like, "We'll take Metcalf, but I like Ridley better." Like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
Alex, I have Metcalf in 0 out of my 5 leagues, and I have Ridley in 3 out of my 5. So I am not going against it. I thought Metcalf would look. Let's be here. Rodgers is not going to produce many fantasy relevant players, and it's going to be hard to predict the weeks that he does. So I don't really want to stick around with Metcalf on my bench half the weeks, predicting the weeks that Rodgers isn't actually going to use him. I'd rather just go with the Titans, who are going to play good defense, and let what's his name air it out. So, no, I got Ridley in 3 or 4 out of my leagues, no Metcalf. So I'm making the right. It's just this team looks very similar to a lot of my other teams, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a really good fantasy season again, a really bad one. Last year, I took Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry in every single league that I played in, and I was like, I'm gonna have a great year, a bad year. I had a great year. So, other one money league, I had a 13-1 finish and won. So it's like. It's just I'm nervous every time. It's the opposite. I kind of want to hedge my bet, but I end up never doing it. I end up always doing the same players.
I mean, yeah,
So
we all
I have
have players
Higgins.
rated a certain way, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
will
have
double
Higgins in
down.
every league
I
this
will
year. Holy hell!
I'll
Sorry,
double
I'll
down on what Mitch said earlier is
Yeah.
if Waddle is available and we all think Hill might be a little washed. Oh, dang. Man, every single time we talk about a player.
Yeah, hey,
Um,
Brandon, keep it to yourself, buddy. I was gonna go wild too. I'm just kidding. Could we look at the Titans just in case?
yeah, I was gonna say, do we want to consider grabbing like a Travis Kelsey here?
I would rather go Hawkinson. I think JJ McCarthy is underrated. What if there's, what if he does do 85% of Darnold? That means Hawkinson, Addison, and Jefferson are
He,
going to be
he has to
relevant
he
this
has to
year.
feed Jefferson, Thielen, Addison, and Hawkinson. He's got to feed 4 targets.
I think Thielen there might be is more of a locker room player. I'm not too worried about it. Also, I don't want to read too much into preseason because preseason is very rough to analyze. Sometimes it either makes you oh you saw that or it's like misleading. But it looked like JJ was relying heavily on Hawkinson. I don't know, but it's up to you guys.
Well,
I think I would
Well,
go.
okay, so you're thinking Hawkinson, Vinny. What are you thinking? Are you thinking a tight end?
if we're thinking if the debate is between Kelsey and Hawkinson, I would lean towards
No,
Hawkinson.
I
If
want
there's
you
one
to
thing
give
we
your-
know about
What do you want to
No,
do
no, I was
with
gonna
this
say
pick?
if there's one thing that we know about like rookie quarterbacks early, they want that safety valve. Their safety valve is going to be JJ, and it's going to be Hawkinson. It's not going to be Addison. I think Hawkinson is a really, really safe play for a tight end needy team.
So do you guys want to go Hawkinson then here with this pick?
I mean,
Pick up a
can you
tight
go to flex real quick again? I apologize. I just want to see the overall.
Well, this is by ADP.
Oh, well, look at that.
Oh, well, we're way in front of there. Yeah, so I guess. I mean, we're Adam top shelfing right now, but let's do it.
All right, yeah, top of the list. That's what you guys. That's why you guys are paying to listen to this podcast. I don't pay. That's where you get this great content where we just draft top of the list here on the pod.
Oh, hold on. Let me pull an Adam AI. Who should I draft here in the 8th round?
Did you listen to
I
the
will
interview
say
with
that
him because he
because-
told us about his AI
Oh.
overlords?
I listened to him back to back, and like Miles's was very interesting and fun to listen to, and I mean it was like really good. And then I put Adams on right after. I was like, this is completely
Yeah.
different.
Break gave us an
If-
interesting topic for the podcast that we'll talk about. He had off
If-
air. He told me something he wants us to talk about on the pod, so I'll bring that up.
I'm
later.
wondering also if, to Adams' defense, I'm wondering if he was gone during the Mixon pick.
Yes, so we ended up figuring out what that was off the air. So for the Mixon pick, that was when I don't know if you guys remember he had to leave at one point. Dang it, Ibuka just went. I never get him.
So I had the default message setting where it only shows whoever's talking, right? So it doesn't show all the screens. Does that make sense on the Zoom link or whatever? So it didn't show that. I didn't notice Adam was gone from his computer, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so he had to go from his computer. Audrey was crying, and he had to take care of Audrey. So he was holding her and having to try to draft from the CBS app, which he hadn't used in a while. And apparently on the CBS app, you can't see like injuries and stuff. You just see player names. So he didn't know that Mixon was on IR when he drafted him.
That makes sense.
Boo,
Hawkinson
who
went
puts a guy
and
like
Ibuka
that in
went.
their league?
Hawkinson and Ibuka went, by the way.
Yeah, Hawkinson
Well,
went to
we
us.
took Hawkinson, so that's why he
Oh, we
went.
drafted?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally didn't even see that part.
Yeah, you
Hawkinson
said
very
you said
big.
he's
Mitch,
He's-
can
he's
you
at
not
the
tell
top of the
what
list,
our
pulling
image is,
Adam.
Mitch? What our team image is? Can you see what it is?
no, I can't see it from here.
This little icon.
Oh,
no.
wait. Oh, no.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Can you tell what this is?
It's the Protoss leader.
Yeah, it's
Artemis?
it's from
What's his name?
StarCraft. Yeah.
Artasis? No, what's his name?
Intaro Tassadar.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Antaro Tassadar.
So yeah, Ibuka went.
Nerds.
Man, it's been like I keep trying to
Nerds.
wait and get him in every league, and I never do. But it is what it is. Okay, so coming back around to our turn, half point PPR. I definitely think we either need to go running back, wide receiver here for sure, because we pretty much have locked up all of our starters.
I would slam Rashee Rice and just sit him on the bench, knowing that we
In a
got
league
Ridley,
like
but
this,
that's-
Rasheed Rice is probably
Yeah.
the pick too.
I like that if he's still there for sure. But
Again,
let's
if not,
let's keep
fall.
looking in the event that he doesn't fall. Let's see if there's maybe like a Ricky Pearsall.
I'm a big Pearsall fan.
What about
Is
what
there any
about
running
Judy?
backs?
What are your guys' thoughts on Judy?
If we want him by week 6 and then get benched, I don't know. In this
I mean
type
that,
of league,
that
I don't
that's
know.
a,
Yeah.
I mean that's a big assumption, but yeah, okay. I know Mitch. Didn't you draft Caleb Johnson? I can't remember.
No. I didn't really draft any pit players this year.
I guess Charbonnet probably one of the better available people. Not I mean,
Charbonnet would be decent. Yeah, I would also argue to stack Jacksonville like ETN and Bigsby, but that would be going all in on hoping Bigsby falls all the way
Tootin
back.
is going to win that job. So
I don't see that, but that's okay.
I was gonna say now it gets to the point where you probably want to just take a home run on a starting running back that's overlooked. So I don't mind the ETN pick, but I think Rashee Rice might be.
yeah,
Yes,
I think if Rice is there, I definitely think that's the play.
And
But
there's a world where Charbonnet is just oh my God, there was like the team in Samantha's league this year is like, I didn't kill Mason Charbonnet or something like that. I forget or whatever. Oh, I'm gonna have to remember. I can't remember now. But no, I think Charbonnet, there's a world where he doesn't end up really getting much from Walker, especially if Walker stays healthy. That's kind of like I'm hoping and for an injury pick. I don't really like those.
fair enough. Well, so you're thinking what Etienne then would be the option, or like a Cam Scadaboo, but then you're kind of hoping that something happens to Tracy in that situation.
Yeah, that's
Austin
also the
Eckler in
same
half point
type of-
PPR.
See, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying is
not-
I don't know if it's right. That's not bad either. So I'm saying is that's why I like the ETN thing is because there's no guarantee ETN loses the job this year.
I mean, he kind of started to lose it to Tank. I mean, I feel like Tank is probably a better pick than Etienne, but all right.
Liam Cohen
So
is
actually-
going to have a different offense for these guys, though. I think than
Yeah.
it's going to be
And-
split rather as opposed to one guy.
What about like a
And
JCM,
I will say,
like a Bill Krosky?
No, I don't even know the same reason why you're holding Rodriguez and Merritt. I'm not even sure which guy's starting in there.
Yeah, that's
there's 3 Washington running backs being held in all the leagues, and you own 2, I think, in the DoD
Well, so
leagues.
but yeah, but full disclosure, right? So like it's expected that JCM and Eckler were the 2 held out of the last preseason game, implying they're going to be the ones most used, and most people assume it's going to be JCM on first and second down, Eckler on passing downs. The reason
Yeah.
I picked up Rodriguez is because like if something happened to
It
JCM,
was smart.
Rodriguez
Yeah.
is the one that would take that role. I don't want the PPR running back in
It's
our standard league. You were saying, whereas this league is
our,
not one
Yeah.
our
PPR. There's
turn.
more value in
It's
Eckler.
our
Anyway,
turn. So
Rice is
I'd
still there.
rather
We cool
go
with
to
Rice.
yeah.
I know it's our
And
fourth
then
wide receiver, which is a little much, but I agree with you guys. If Rice is the guy when he comes back, I feel like this is the best available like upside pick, unless you guys see something else you like.
no, I agree. And then after this, we just kind of pick on the Nick Chubbs, the ETNs of the world, or
Okay.
whoever. I forget the what you said, the Dobbins or the Allen. You know, what I mean, one of those. Actually,
Yeah.
Allen's waiting for an injury too. So, but I mean, let's be real here. Brees Hall is pretty much gonna get. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm actually a
Amon
big.
Ra St. Brown is set him and forget him. T Higgins, it has like potential injury concern, but that's what Ridley's for. And then
Yep.
Rice, if he ends up being Rice, he can maybe usurp somebody. So I'm cool with that. So yeah, I definitely think we're set at wide receiver at least for a while.
Although we don't have anybody to fill our buy role at wide receiver, which is great.
That's true. We didn't do great when it comes. Hey, look, in week 10 we're punting though. We have a running back on buy two, a quarterback on buy. Let's just
Oh,
be
yeah,
real, guys.
yeah, no.
We
Let's just repun.
I actually like this strategy in leagues. Like I understand, like, hey, making sure you guys have different bye weeks for starters. I like the strategy of getting all the same bye week and just punting that week, and that way you can be at full strength
Yeah.
the rest of the season. So
I'm gonna be real honest.
So-
I don't know if this is a fault of mine or not, but I do okay in fantasy football, and I don't really ever look at buys. I just don't even pay attention
I-
to it.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
don't ever consider buys.
I
Okay.
generally
I
don't.
was just making sure I wasn't the only one.
I only ever look at bye weeks when I get down to like kind of where we are now, like, you know, getting in later picks, and it's like, okay, let's pick guys to fill the roster, and maybe if there's two guys I can't decide between, right? Like, let's say, you know, let's say as a group we couldn't decide between Etienne and JCM. I might be like, okay, well, Etienne's buys week 8,
Gotcha.
JCM's buys week 12. Well, we already have Achan on a bye week 12, so let's go with the guy who's buys week 8, right? If they were close.
Yeah.
Now, if they're not close, yeah, you shouldn't be like, oh, well, this guy's like way better, but I'm gonna take the crappier player. Like, no. But if they're close and I can't make a decision at this point in the draft, then it's like, okay, let's see if the bye week alters my decision in any way.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Right.
here I would want to take a stab at Dobbins, ETN, or Chubb. I just want them starting now because there's no guaranteed, or even Eckler. I just know there's no guarantee.
Yeah.
I know. Then if you want, we can just
Interesting.
pick
So
up the
you
backup
you
guy.
think Eckler is going to get the job over JCM, like more of the workload?
No, I would want to double up. That's what Vinny was saying earlier. Is you take a stack, you take ETN, Bigsby,
Right.
or you take like Eckler and Merritt because
Got you.
I think Eckler's. They're not going to let some rookie come out there and let Jaden Daniels get smacked on some blitz because JCM missed some pro level blitz that he was supposed to pick up or whatever. Whereas Eckler's had many seasons proven as a good pass protector. So it's like I just get the stack, and then yeah, we're sacking a roster spot, but you're probably going to need to drop a roster spot eventually.
Oh, for sure. Like, when you
And by-
consider what you're going to end up drafting it with your last round pick anyway, it's going to be hot garbage. Like, what does it? I mean, you guys saw
Right.
in DoD, I literally already dropped somebody, right? I
Yeah.
drafted a backup tight end in DoD and immediately dropped him because I
Yeah,
have faith in
I
what
would
drafted.
even do like Williams and Blue. I'm not even joking. As long as you get the stack, that's what I want. I want the ETN Bigsby, or we don't have a Dobbins Harvey. Usually I've drafted Harvey by now, I'm not gonna lie. So that's why I look at Dobbins here because completes a stack. But yeah, I
So,
would.
well, so which stack do you guys want to try to go for? Because I mean, obviously these are higher up the board, I think, than the JCM Austin
we-
Eckler stack.
I think the ETN Bigsby.
Can we look
is
at the
the
But I
board
highest
to
think
see
this
what
one's
they're-
better. What do you want me to look at?
Sorry, Vinny.
Can you look at the board just to see like at the turn really quick how many running backs people have?
Yeah, it's right
Big
here.
Johnson, Rad Chad Hustle, and Enzo
So
David.
so we're
So we're all a little running back
why does
needy.
it say
So
Yeah.
it's gonna
two?
be
That's not accurate because we have 3 on our roster. Oh, because it's counting our flex as a running back as well.
oh.
That's weird.
Can we
Ooh.
do the draft board really quick? We'll just like do a quick little glance.
So the guy who's drafted first
Yeah, they've got
has
three. They've got
three.
three.
We all have 3.
And they went
Well,
early though, 3 on theirs. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there goes JCM. So
Okay, well that gets you that stack going.
then then
that's-
for this stack, who do you guys think is more likely as of right now to win the job, Etienne or Bigsby?
Oh, I think it's Etienne's to lose because of what
Okay.
they're paying him based off
So
the
if this guy doesn't go Etienne, we want to go Etienne here and then hope that Bigsby comes back.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Unless you want to do like the Houston's running backs with Chubb and what's his name. Or
No,
we can
I
do
think there's more value in the
Javonte Williams
Jacksonville
and
offense than
Blue.
there is in the Houston offense.
Okay.
I think Houston, like, which is weird. Houston's offense was very good last year, but I don't know. I don't have high hopes for
Typically,
Chubb.
is the
Wow, nice.
Cleveland what? Eckler went?
No, Eckler just went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
kind
that
of
took away our decision, so that makes it easy. Obviously, it's funny because we kind of ended up on this pair, and this pair was not what the rest of this league decided. So we all cool with Etienne then?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I have
I just
Etienne.
know
I
that
think all of my
I mean, it's
leagues,
worth
so.
noting that
we're gonna have to
Purcell's
go.
still there, but I just don't think we need a wide receiver. So
No, I know, but that's what actually makes me kind of. This is why the Jaguars are really difficult. I kind of wish we would have taken Etienne last round, just because I guarantee Bigsby goes in the next 8 picks. But I still think
because we
we
drafted
hammer
him,
it.
yeah. Well, that's why I said which one do you guys think is going to be the guy. So if you think it's Etienne, then we should take Etienne.
I think it's Etienne
Yeah,
to lose.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's a world where Etienne does not lose the job in the first 3 or 4 rounds, weeks. Sorry.
there's a lot of advanced metrics that actually show that Bigsby was really good after contact, but his actual success rates were not very good. Um, and I think Liam Cohen likes a certain type of running back. If I miss on Bigsby, actually, what I haven't hated doing is going ETN and Tootin because I just think that they're going to have more value long term than I mean. My ideal stack is ETN Bigsby, but I'm
Yeah,
okay getting Tootin and just hoping.
I've also done it. I know this is kind of far-fetched a little bit, but there's also a chance where you get Tank Bigsby, which is the starting running back for the Jaguars, and then Etienne gets traded to a team that needs him, and you have another starting running back. Because there's been rumors for the last month that
That someone's getting
Etienne was
traded.
being shopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that's a little far-fetched, but it's just food for thought. That's the only
What are
reason
you
why I was
guys'
thinking
thoughts
Tyreek
on
Hill. Sorry, because I thought
what are you
Hill might
guys'
get
thoughts
traded.
on Najee Harris in a Greg Roman ran offense?
I mean, I hope he does nothing because I drafted Amari Hampton in multiple leagues.
The problem with the Greg Roman offense is he's burned me so much because there's always a great fantasy player, a great one, but you never know who it is. In the last 5 years, I had him between Mark Ingram and McGahee. Mark Ingram and what's the other guy's name that was running in Baltimore for a while? And then when he was out of the league for a little bit, and then he went to the Chargers. It was Dobbins and Gus. You just never know. Like there's just no
Oh,
brighter.
Latavius Murray.
I think he was Murray. I think it was, yeah. So it's just like I think Amari and Hampton should be a top 12 fantasy running back. That should be one of the most obvious things with Harris's injury. But then it's like, what if they just start splitting with Vidal and stuff like that? I was just so nervous.
Yeah,
Well,
Greg
Vidal,
and
Roman is,
Harris,
Vidal got cut.
I really
oh,
hate
yeah,
that
that's right.
Harris.
Oh, that's right. Jeez.
Oh yeah, because
That's right. I
Harris was
forgot.
going to be put on the IR for 4 weeks, and they ended up not doing it. So,
Yeah.
which
I
I mean,
just,
kind
A
of wish
guy
he
like
did
Harris,
because
a
like I
guy
feel
like
like if he was on IR for 4 weeks, Hampton would win the job right like after his first 4 weeks, and Harris would come back and it'd be over. You know what I mean? Be his job.
look, there's reports that the reason why I was so high on Jonathan Taylor is Shane Steichen privately told Daniel Jones, if you pick my team, because he was being shopped around by a couple other teams were looking and interested in having him. And they said, if you come to Indianapolis, I will behind closed doors tell you that you are the starting QB. You just have to go out in training camp and not lose the job to Richardson or whatever. I think there's a world where Greg Roman did a dealing with Najee Harris before the draft, saying if you come to San Diego, I will. I mean, not San Diego, sorry, the LA Rams. Sorry, the LA Chargers. If you come here, and I will make you a starter. And then they ended up getting a good value on Amari and Hampton. So I'm nervous that Roman's already talked to Najee and is like, yeah, if you pick here, because I'm sure there were other teams that were shopped for Najee. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But it's like it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
you come here, we'll give you
but
playing
then
time.
but then you're trying to win and keep your job, and that doesn't matter, right? Like, yeah,
True,
you can
true,
tell
true,
players all
true.
you want, but like at the end of the day, you're trying to win and keep your job. A
For
couple of wide
sure.
receivers went, a kicker went, which is wild to me. Purcell and Debo Samuel went, who I think are pretty good late round values. But Tanks here, do we want to go ahead and get the
This
stack?
this is the easiest pick for me. Yeah, I
Yeah, you've
think
got the stack.
personally, yes.
All right,
Otherwise,
so
it becomes a
So
lot less meaningful, in my opinion. And I
I
would
will
not
tell
want
you right
ETN.
now, having Pacheco and
He took our
ETN
guy. He took our
Bigsby's.
guy. He took our Tootin' son, but he took our
I just
third
want to
guy
point
after
out,
that.
I do want to point out for the record, I said I think Tootin was going to win the job. You guys didn't agree with me, so I really hope that he doesn't, because we're going to look like real dummies taking both other Jacksonville running backs.
I
Oh,
think
we missed
Tootin
the
is very
stack then.
good. I just think he's a pro. I think he's a project. I think he might be good late in the season, which I know is important. He's still a rookie. Like I don't buy into like third or fourth round rookie running backs because they can all fall off just as easily
Oh
as the
yeah.
hype train hit.
There's a stat for third round running backs. There's only been like two that have been fantasy started in the last like 4 years. I forget. It was some crazy stat. Third day drafted running backs, fantasy wise, aren't as good as you think.
I will say right now, having that Pacheco backup running back and then ETN and Bigsby is I would be so happy if those were my backup running backs.
I wish I had
Like
backups
that's
like this in
crazy.
DoD. I'll tell you that much.
Wait, who do you wish you had in DoD? Sorry.
If I had Pacheco and then the Jacksonville backfield as my backups, as opposed to I
Yeah.
currently have the majority of the Washington backfield that's my
The
backup.
majority of the Washington. And someone else has the third one. Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, someone's gonna hit.
Well, I
Don't
didn't
worry,
want
Alex
I
Stetson
didn't
is
I
good.
didn't want
Or
Eckler in a
stagnant.
standard league anyway, which is weird to say. It's a guy who 5 years ago was like RB1. I understand that, but like a lot happens to a running back over the course of 5 years, unless your name is Derrick Henry. Another kicker just went, but yeah. So I just by the way, the Ducks. Sorry, got a breaking news. Ducks have taken a third tight end. Let's go now to their team here.
Wow.
I love this team.
If
Go
we
Ducks.
lose to this team,
They just picked up Dalton Kincaid, so they are all in on tight ends this year.
it's his backup tight end because he's gonna start Mark Andrews.
He's already
on the
starting
fly.
Brock Bowers and Mark Andrews. Oh man.
Watch this team with Tyreek Hill and like Aaron
Josh
Jones goes
Allen.
Tyreek
down,
Hill,
Kenneth
Devonta
Walker
Smith,
goes down.
Jordan Mason gets the job, Zach Charbonnet gets the job. Yeah, there's a world where this team is actually good and it's hilarious.
AJ Brown's already dealing with hamstring injuries.
Like,
He's
he's
that
gonna
like-
would
win
just
with his
be
defense
He
kicker.
needs some things to break his way, but like, look, there's a world where Josh Allen's going to be a top 3 fantasy QB because he always is. There's a world where
Alex,
Tyreek
you
Hill is
said-
Tyreek Hill from 2 years ago and he's the wide receiver 1. Devonta Smith is good, especially in games where AJ Brown is out. Jordan Mason takes over the job because something happens to the aging Aaron Jones. Zach Charbonnet takes over the job because Kenneth Walker's always hurt. Brock Bowers is a top tight end again. The flex spot is a little suspect. Mark Andrews can have a 15 TD season, and this team all of a sudden is very good because he has the best kicker and the best defense.
Alex, you said it'd be embarrassing if we lose the third running back to the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's gonna be embarrassing when we lose in the league to the Go Ducks
watch
We're
watch
gonna
us
play him
Go
week
Ducks
10,
in
right?
Week 10.
Yeah, we're gonna play him
yeah,
week 10, 100%.
and the Super Bowl.
And the-
and the Super Bowl.
I was about to say some
Oh, what
defenses
is-
and kickers are going. Do we want to consider picking up a starting defense? I know streaming defenses is normally the play. However, a lot of us are already managing other teams, and it might be nice to have a set it and forget it type defense if we pick up like a Minnesota or Green Bay, for example.
I'm against usually defenses in the 10 man because it's like you could start Arizona week 1 against the Saints and be fine. And there's not very like it's so deep. There's so many guys that you're going to want to hold on to. You're not going to want to hold two defenses in the 10-man league.
Right, that's what I'm
But
saying. Grab a set it and forget it one is what I'm saying. Like so, for example, if you look at last year, the top 3 defense or 2 defenses
Still
will
there.
say that versus the 10th place defense. That's a 30-40 point difference.
all
Right.
right, I'm down to go Minnesota or Pittsburgh.
I mean, 'cause
Again, Alex, I have Pittsburgh in probably 4 out of the 5
Oh.
leagues.
It's our turn to
Or
draft.
3 out of 5.
I also would take Pittsburgh over everybody that's left. Even though Green Bay has Parsons, I don't know.
So you
Not
guys
my favorite
you
defense.
guys are bigger on the Steelers D then?
Uh,
Scroll down here to find them down here.
Wow.
or we can do Baltimore. I don't know. But
Well,
then
no,
we have to pick
I mean
a
I
defense
like
for
going
week
based on
1.
last year. That means more to me personally. Like Baltimore last year's way the hell down here. I don't want any part of that. But I'm just saying you guys, for me it's between these 3. Well, this one was the top rated by
Do we
far.
want
but-
to do the Micah Parsons defense? Do we?
I mean, I do, but,
I mean,
if you guys like Pittsburgh,
then
let's
let's
go
do it.
Pittsburgh. No, if you guys both
do
like
it.
Pittsburgh,
I mean,
I don't
no,
have
I mean,
Pittsburgh anywhere. If you guys both like Pittsburgh,
Green
yes?
Bay did that with Green Bay did that last year without their TJ Watt. So let's go
Yeah,
let's go
let's
Green
go
Bay and Micah
Green Bay.
Parsons.
Yeah, let's see. They have the most upside for sure.
All right, you guys cool with that?
Oh, 100%. Like I said, 10-man league, swing for the fences. This might be a top defense
Yeah.
with
So
Micah.
for the record, you guys mentioned Mitch, you mentioned you have Steelers in every league. I have the Packers defense in every league but one,
Nice.
and the one I don't have it in doesn't play team defense.
Packers D went so early in my big money league, and that was the only league besides this one that I drafted after the Micah Parsons trade, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's also worth noting, like, think about how hard the division is they play in, and they still put up those stats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said,
How many
without
more
Micah
bench
Parsons.
how many more bench spots do we have? I don't know how many rounds this goes.
We have 2
14?
more bench spots. We kicker and 2 bench. It is worth considering a backup quarterback just in case. But other than that, I don't know if there's a wide receiver or running back we want to take a shot on.
I think there is got to be a flex person that we can take a high upside on. Like, oh, Nick Chubb just went. Never mind. I was going to say, like, even a Chubb.
Well, Godwin. I don't know that
Yeah,
we need
it's
another
oh
like
no, we got
injured wide
Rice.
receiver,
Yeah,
but
Yeah, curious as your guys' thoughts. I just read a report today that said
oh
Judkins might sign before the season starts.
yeah, I read that too.
What are your guys' thoughts on Judkins
Is he still there?
as
He is still there. The thing is, like, he has to sign and then get up to game speed. That's a lot of work, right? Like to do all that.
I would rather just
I
like
would
wait
I
and
would
get
rather
Alec Gordon to back
handcuff.
us up. Yeah, exactly.
I would rather handcuff A Chain.
And Godwin
well?
just
There
went.
goes
So
Addison. There goes Addison and Godwin.
Okay.
So what are we
Well,
looking
I was
at
actually
for
thinking
wide
Keenan Allen
receiver?
was the one that I had queued up.
sure, we could do Allen and then grab Gordon later, just in case for our HN. I'm not saying we'd start Gordon over ETN maybe, but still worth to have.
No, yeah,
Do
I'm
you
just
have a Colts? Do you have a Colts wide receiver that you trust in? Because somebody has to catch the passes there,
well. I think Mitch
and
and I are
not a
both on
single
Tyler
one has been
Warren.
taken.
I think Mitch
Oh,
and I
Or
are
what
it's
both
about
on.
never
Khalil Shakir? Like, not a
who's playing.
single wide receiver has been taken for the Bills yet.
Yeah, who's playing? I think Shakir or the slot. Colt, who's the Colt slot wide receiver?
Josh Downs.
Is it for sure 100% there? I think I want to know how much. Yeah, all right, then it's going to be Downs for
Oh,
sure. I
Ollie
don't
Gordon
think
just
Pittman or
went, so
Pierce.
that's not even an option anymore.
I don't think
Uh,
Pittman or Pierce are worth it at all.
But if Alex likes Keenan Allen better, I wouldn't argue against that. I think at this point you're just trying to figure out who the home run pick is.
I mean, 2 years ago, Keenan Allen was the top 10 fantasy wide receiver playing with Justin Herbert as his quarterback. Last year, he wasn't because he had no quarterback because he played for a different
I
football
agree.
team.
I would rather take the safety, but the only other home run person is like Hopkins did okay at the end of. I mean, like is it? You know what I mean?
I mean,
So
we got
I
30
know
seconds. I mean, is there a running back that we like better? Like, do we want to take the shot on Judkins or Robinson, or do we?
I I would take Allen now, and then let's decide on the running back at the turn.
agreed.
Do you guys like Allen best out of the available? Like,
Yeah,
looking at you,
I think he's just
Hopkins,
as good as
Pittman,
anybody that's
Downs.
available. He's
I
tied
think
to
it.
the best offense in the group, so yeah.
I think it's impossible to tell the difference between Allen, Hopkins, and Shakir. Which one's going to do best?
Well,
One
Yeah,
of those
take
three
it.
is going to be really good. Yeah, yeah. Pick 'em.
Shakir worries me because he has a high ankle sprain. And then look, like right now, you've got Shakir, Keon Coleman, Josh Palmer. One of those is going to be okay. Good luck figuring out which one it's going to be.
Oh, we're gonna look like the guy took our
he
Ollie
took
Gordon.
he
What a
took Gordon right
jerk.
before us,
Yeah,
Mitch. That's why we
right
Yeah.
before us.
What a
yeah,
jerk.
we didn't have a choice for that one, unfortunately.
He is actually, if you go back and look, he has taken the next top Q guy, even right after us. He took the like Pearsall right after we were talking about it, Chubb right after we were talking about it.
Right
He's been
after
on the same
right
wavelength.
after I queued up Cam Scadaboo, someone took him.
Oh, I think
I
this
also
is.
don't hate Rashad White this late.
I've
Not
taken
to
him.
jinx
I've
like
taken
Bucky
him in a lot of
Irving.
PPR leagues this year. Yeah, for sure. I don't think we need any more wide receivers. Who is our tight end? We got Hawkinson.
Yeah, we should be okay there. Unless we want to. Oh, I would hammer Justin Fields as a backup quarterback.
Based on
High rushing upside. The guy's a
Okay.
top 10 non 6 point passing touchdown guy.
Go back to the flex option real quick.
I mean, I think we've got wide receivers coming out the wazoo. I don't think we need another wide receiver personally. We've already got 5 wideouts, 5 running backs.
I'm just seeing if there's anyone.
I've got it sorted by ADP right now. Yeah,
There's no one that's really standing out that could be
a league
unless
winner.
we are. Yeah, unless we're afraid of Hawkinson, then we can probably do a tight end. Otherwise, I don't really care.
I mean, you guys seem to both be big on Hawkinson, so I'm gonna go with your gut on this. I'm not big on Hawkinson this year, but if not, then my hedge is Jonnu Smith, just because I don't think DK. I think this is going to be Aaron Rodgers' #1 wide receiver, but
Then we do.
I don't think
Jonnu
we're gonna
Smith.
be
Well, I mean,
holding
you
on to
just
2 tight
dropped
ends.
him. Did you
But-
drop him? Yeah, I don't think so either.
I did drop him, but that's because I have Njoku, who I think is going to be a top.
Oh yeah,
fantasy
Alex. Alex, there's another player I'm happy we didn't. I don't have to worry about because I have Njoku in most of my leagues as well.
Yeah.
So
So
honestly, I only went Andrews because I had Lamar. I swear, if I wasn't going Lamar, it was Njoku or Evan Ingram late.
Yeah,
Have you seen a lot of the videos of Njoku and Joe Flacco on the sidelines?
dude,
Like
they're best
they
friends.
just like
Like
joke. They
that is
love each
Joe
other. They're
Flacco's
best
security
friends.
blanket. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my whole plan going into the draft was I'm going to wait and take Evan Ingram. That was what I was going to do. I was going to be one of the last people to take tight
Same.
end. I was going to take Evan Ingram and still end up with
Same.
the top three fantasy tight end. And then it got to where like everyone had a tight end except for like me and whoever picked right after me. And Njoku was still there. I'm like, screw it, I'm taking Njoku. It was Miles. Yeah, I was like, all right, I'm just going to take Njoku then.
I have no intention of owning Hawkinson or Andrews at all when I was doing my draft prep the whole summer. And then every single draft, I'm sitting here in like the seventh or eighth round and I see Hawkinson and Andrews and I end up doing it. I went in like late sixth in our league, but only again because I had Lamar.
We,
But
we could pick up the number two fantasy kicker from last year. He's
he
available.
was one. I think he was one.
He was two.
No, in this league he lost by
Oh,
one
my-
point.
Got him.
In our league, I'm pretty sure he's number one by
Yo,
like five or six.
shout out to Kaimi Fairbairn. I've gotten him as like one of the last kickers picked in every league because like for whatever reason they hate him. Like if you sort by ADP, like he's so far down, so no one ever drafts him. And it's like, but if you look at like what he actually did when he played last year, he's like kicker four. So I've been one of the last people to take
And
kicker
what
in
he
so many
did
leagues
on
and
a
gotten him.
team whose offense was so underperforming.
Yeah. But I will say their offense this year is going to be worse because it's a big step down from Mixon to Chubb. And that's weird to say because Chubb was way better for Mixon for most of their careers. But Chubb is not the same person. He's had two different seasoning injuries.
I also
No,
think
our-
they did some work just around Stroud with some replacements, though. So hopefully they can.
But anyway,
In our league-
but yeah, so we have one bench spot left and then kicker left. And then like just me, I'm inclined to get a guy who's going to start and score us points over
Yeah,
realistically the guy we're going to be dropping from the bench.
So Boswell, yeah.
But
yeah.
Um,
Boswell,
and,
I could care less who we get in this last round because it's all just going to be.
all right.
and Alex, in our league, he outscored Aubrey by 6 points to be the number one kicker.
Yeah, so Yahoo leagues are different because there's negative points for misses.
Yeah. So
And it's also
Boswell
based
found
on
a couple more
distance, so it's
misses.
3 points for a regular field goal, and then 4 points if it's 40 or more yards, 5 points for 50 or more yards.
Oh, nice.
All right, so we can pick up one more flex, or we can pick up a backup quarterback or backup tight end, whatever we're feeling. Let's see, sort of ADP. There we go. So there's the Mixon stash, the Judkins stash, the Harris pick, Jonnu Smith, or
For me,
quarterback is kind of
yeah.
where I'm leaning.
For me, it's like
You said
sorry,
quarterback, Alex.
I would lean towards either quarterback or tight end because I think the world where we need to start Judkins, like, so let's say he signs tomorrow. If he signs tomorrow, tomorrow it takes him at least 3 weeks of just practice with the team and everything to learn the playbook,
agreed.
right? And then a couple of weeks to get him acclimated to the system, and then they might be switching to one of the rookie quarterbacks at that point, in which case you don't want to bring in the guy who doesn't have pass protection practice in the NFL. So, like, he's not going to be playing any major time until probably week 10. And then it's like, does he even have the starting job, or is he splitting by week 10? Like, that's a lot of work
Yeah.
just to see him getting on the field for us. It's not like he's a guy we could draft and like, it's not like if he signed tomorrow, he's going to be the starter. It's not like he's a holdout. He's a rookie. It's a very
Yeah.
different situation. Whereas our team is so good, I feel like one of the major ways we go off the rails is if Burrow gets hurt or if Hawkinson doesn't end up being the guy, right? So that's why my inclination would be to back up either Burrow or Hawkinson. And I would say Burrow is more important. So my inclination with this pick would be to take a backup quarterback because we already have, like I said, we've got 7 wide receivers, 6. We have 6 wide receivers and 6 running back or 5 running backs. No, 5 and 5. We have 5 and 5 already. So my inclination would be to take a backup quarterback here, which we might end up dropping anyway. But that's just my thought process. I'm down.
Is there any quarterbacks that you think? I mean, I think in a 4-point passing, I love Justin Fields because I think there's rushing upside. I don't think they're going to be that good, but I do think that he's going to get his. Outside of that, I would go for high upside offenses. So you could go for, I would do Goff. I would do.
I mean, for me,
Trevor
it would be
Lawrence,
Goff.
and I
But
would
if
do
you want to
Jordan
take
Love.
if you want to roll the dice on Fields, I totally respect that too. I get that
look
there are
at
some
even-
changes here, but this is a guy who is QB6 in our league, QB7 in this league, where it's only 4-point passing TDs, and he's returning all the same things except his center and his offensive coordinator. Which I get that's a big change, but like even if you think that's going to cost him a couple of points a game, never mind, he's gone. So that
Oh, there
argument's
goes
over.
Lawrence and Goff. So
So all right, well in that case,
Let's just keep the stack going. So if we do,
so then in that case, I would argue
McCarthy.
McCarthy or
Because then we
Fields.
keep the stack going with Hawkinson. We'll always be stacking no matter what.
Well, it's not so much
and
the
Burrow,
stack.
Hawkinson.
It's just like either a McCarthy or a Penix would be my pick then, because like these are guys who, what if they break out, right? Like,
Yeah, McCarthy.
Yeah,
all
I'm
right,
good with that.
you guys cool
Or
with
you know,
that?
Anthony Richardson.
Definitely not Anthony Richardson.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right, so we're gonna go with McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
that's a very good team.
Yep. Let's see how the Ducks finish with their last pick, because that's obviously they're the most important drafters here for sure.
For sure.
There's always one team in every league that I always look at, and this league it's the Ducks.
I would just love to know. So I know Matt Stafford has injuries. Maybe you guys can figure this out for me because we've talked about it online, offline. How is he the last projected quarterback besides Aaron Rodgers? Yet he has two wide receivers, ADP in the top 15, and the top 10 ADP running back being drafted.
Because
I just
if you look at
I can't figure it out.
as someone who has had Stafford on a dynasty team for the last couple of years and had Cooper Cup for a while, if you look at what they do, they ramp him up over the course of the year. He doesn't do a lot in the first half of the season. They just kind of keep him like, don't throw that many passes, don't take that many hits, and then he ramps it up in the second half of the season. That's why they kind of squeak into the playoffs instead of being like a high seed. But then he's like fully ready to go playoff time. That's why they're dangerous come playoff time. But like the reason his point value is so low is because the first 8 weeks of the season he's not a guy you want on your fantasy team. The next 8 weeks of the season he's a top 10 fantasy QB, but by then you've already found your starter. So I think it's just because of the way they utilize him to try to keep him healthy long term. They really don't ask him to do a lot the first half of the season because they want to save him for the second half of the playoffs. And as a result, it doesn't translate well to fantasy, but it translates well to helping the Rams win football games.
Hey, what if we're just all so wrong about Sam Darnold? Like, what if he just like repeats what he did last year in Seattle?
I know,
Well,
right?
that's
When
why
you-
I took Cooper Cup to hedge that. Because
like when
I
you,
think
when you look at the points, just casually sitting here, like barely got beat by Jalen Hurts.
I
Nobody
know.
wants him.
Outperforms Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert,
But-
Brock Purdy.
this goes back to what I keep preaching all the time is the system is I don't know if the system is going to allow that. Kevin Connell's system would definitely, you know what I mean? But I don't know if the one in Seattle with Kubiak is going to necessarily allow it.
It's also this was his third team and the first one he was good on. It'd be different if like he had been a Viking for 5 years and had played well for 5 years and then went to Seattle, versus he was a Jet and he was bad. He was a Panther and he was bad. He was a Viking and he was good for 1 year. Plus, I mean, as we all talked about, if you watched football last year, down the stretch, the last couple weeks of the season in the playoffs, he did not look good. Teams
Oh, he was
started to figure him
atrocious.
out.
Yeah.
He looked really
Also,
bad.
back to Vinny's
So-
Point is like, did you say anything about Dak? I apologize, but like, how is Pickens and Lamb being drafted as high as they are, and Dak's being drafted that low? Like, how is Stafford
Yeah.
being drafted that low, and those two wide receivers are being high? Like, there's a bunch of those stacks. It's like, and that's why I had Burrow number one is because you can't have Chase and Higgins so drafted so high, and it's like Burrow has to be a lock in top 3 QB if those guys are going to produce those stats.
Yeah,
So-
how is Dak?
And it's
How is
even
Dak
more-
going to be QB 16 if he's going to have 2 wide receivers in the top 25?
Yeah. It's also fascinating to me because I'm like, does the fact that they don't have a single running back drafted for fantasy purposes help or hurt Dak? You know, that's what I can't figure out. Is like the projection is maybe they're just not that good on offense because Ferguson's not being drafted very high as a tight end either.
All right, real quick
So-
for the content, guys. Let's go ahead and
True.
take a look at our team after the fact here. What are our thoughts? How do we feel about how our team ended up working out? Are we happy with what we ended up with here? Or
Oh, I'm happy. The only thing I'm disappointed us in is maybe not making sure we backed up HN guaranteed somewhere along. I wasn't really thinking of Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon went ahead of our Keenan Allen pick, correct? Is that what you said?
yeah. So it was right. Yeah, so we would have had to have not taken this stack in order to do the backup.
Yeah.
So I think the stack
All
is
right,
more
well,
valuable.
I think so too. I agree. So I'm really actually, I think this is what a clear-cut picture of what to do at 4th overall.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, like you can't just take last year's numbers and plug them in. I mean, if you could, it'd be a very different game. But like, this is top 5, top 5, top 5, top 5, top 5, top 5. Like, we have top 5 players at nearly every position other than tight end and flex. and our wide receiver 2, but I think Higgins has potential to be top 10 if he plays the whole season, especially with this Burrow stack. So, I mean, based on last year, our team's looking great. We also have a couple of good players on the bench with Ridley and Rice potentially. And then we have some potential with Keenan Allen or with one of these two guys potentially winning the job. So I don't think there's value here. I think my biggest concern with the team is going to be running back. We need either A-Chain or Pacheco to hit. As long as one of them hits, we're good. But if A-Chain or Tua get hurt and his value drops and Pacheco really is not the player he was, like we saw at the end of last year, I think at the end of last year they rushed him back early. And so he looked bad because he didn't have fully time to recover. He's had time to recover now. I think he'll be better. But if he looks like he did at the end of last year and A-Chain doesn't work out because of either he gets hurt or Tua gets hurt, then our team might be in a little trouble because our
Ideally,
fourth
with his
string
team
is the
specific.
Etienne Bigsby stack, which we don't know who's going to be the guy yet.
Yeah. I know that
I
we
just,
have Pacheco concerns. It's just like, what are they going to do? They're going to start Kareem Hunt, and they're going to be happy with an even older Kareem Hunt than last year. I just don't see. I don't think there's a whole lot of competition in Kansas City for running back touches. I know Hunt's going to get his a little bit, but they're going to try to get Pacheco to be old Pacheco.
No, I know.
yeah.
I agree. I like Pacheco. I like the pick. I like the player. I'm just saying, like, if I had to nitpick a hole in the team, like that's like when you look at our wide receivers, I think our wide receivers are stacked. We have a top fantasy quarterback. You can make an argument for Hawkinson being a top tight end, whether or not you're high on him or not. You guys both are, so I'm going to leave that there. I think and obviously our kicker and defense were great, even though those are both kind of crapshoots in general. But yeah, so I think the biggest potential area for concern to me is running back. If I had to nitpick something, but I do like the team.
so I think also we just need Pacheco to hold on for a little bit because Ridley and Rice, between one of those two could be our flex starter, and then
Yeah,
we need Pacheco and HN to be the number two running back spot.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's why I said we just need one of them to hit, right? Because like we have people we can put in the flex.
Yeah.
Obviously, our bye week situation is a little wonky, but that's all right. Uh,
Can we check when we play Go Ducks?
sure, yeah, I was gonna check and see what the. Can you guys still see the screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can, and just while you're pulling this up, I could make an argument that Saquon, HN, and Amon Ra are all top 10 picks or first round draft picks. So the fact that you have three on the same team, HN would be a guy that I targeted in the beginning of the second round every single draft. I just never picked late enough that he was an option for me. I kind of picked like in the middle or early. Oh, poor me, but still, I think his upside is through the roof. I think he has I would not be surprised if we're all drafting HN in the top five picks next year.
We're playing Go Ducks in week 3,
No, no.
so no, that's good because you don't want to play him late in the season when there's a chance for these guys to come into their own. You want to play him early.
Oh
He,
my
Yeah, but
he,
it's a 10 team league, so we have to play him again.
he
We
ended up
might
getting
play him.
Shakir and Downs. I mean, he also backed up his kicker and his defense. That's important, guys, that you back up your kicker.
He
and your
backed up
defense.
his kicker, defense, and QB.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're covered. When you first pick Josh Allen, you want to make sure you back that up. So,
Guys, he has no backup running back. All he has are Mason and Charbonnet.
but he's got those wide receivers that could hit Khalil Shakir and Josh Downs we talked about. So,
I'm a fan at least. I'm hoping for some dubs for the Ducks.
I mean, he's
I'm
got
curious,
better bye weeks than us, but I am
Because we really
I am
have-
concerned.
there's a-
I don't want to play him week 3 because I feel like if you play him on a week where someone's on a bye, he's not going to set his lineup, right? Like,
We're having fun with this, but there's a world where he like scores 70 points a week and just is non-existent the whole year.
yeah, that's fun. Okay, so let's go
Josh
to.
Allen
I
just
think
rots on a team.
we
For
should be able
sure.
to see all. Yeah, there we go. So we can kind of like glance at any. Is there any team that I wish there's a way to see it like based on players,
You-
not based on when they drafted them. Hold on. Oh, that's round. There we go. Team. Okay. Yeah. So take a look at the teams. Does any team stand out here as like a great team that you're afraid of? I guess.
Oh man, Rashad's hustle. I've only seen the first five. That's
He
That's
went
pretty
hero.
dirty.
That's a hero RB strat right there with the Rashad's hustle. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, Rashad's hustle's a pretty solid team. I really kind of like what Endzone David did at the beginning, but then I kind of think it fell off just a little bit towards the end. I don't really like the back half of his draft.
It's
Um,
tough. Yeah, it's tough to tell. Getting Kyron and Chase though that late is pretty. It's tough to tell. 10 man's always tough. I'll look at these and then for the next pod or whatever, when we have it on Thursday, I'll tell you. I think our biggest competition in this league. I'll look
Yeah, so
at it.
our
I think our
next
biggest
pod we'll have to
competition is
set our
go Ducks week 11.
set our lineup. All right, we'll go ahead and don't drop off the Zoom call because I want to keep talking to you guys. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the video there. Any final thoughts on the draft we just did for the DoD team?
No.
If this team doesn't make the playoffs or the finals, I would be very, very surprised.
I mean, if it doesn't, I feel like we have to punish ourselves since we're supposed to be fantasy experts doing a fantasy football podcast, and then Kenny make the playoffs. So
If we don't make the playoffs, I think it's a circle pie.
the circle pie, we all pie each other. All
I think
right.
this team got drafted so well. Alex is not even going to ask for the Venmo payments. He's just going to keep it and cash it out.
Oh, well, I mean, right now I'm only having to split it with Vinny because Vinny paid, but so
Wait,
Mitch,
I asked for it. I asked for it on the thing. I couldn't
I'll give it
find
to you off the air. All right,
Hold on.
I'm
He
gonna go
said-
ahead and wrap the video. Thanks for listening, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace out.
Peace.